Hello everyone, this is Ninetailorochimaru and we are back with Shadow of the Colossus skips. Today we are going to go over the Malus skip, and to be going over it, I'm going to show you guys the world record video that I have. We're going to try to make this as big as possible. There we go. And then we're going to just play this. So this skip is actually fairly easy. I get it fairly consistent, and I'm going to show you guys the tips and tricks and secrets and all that good stuff of how to pull this off. So first, oh shit, I gotta make sure the music is shut off, because we do not want to be hearing that. So let's get back into that, make this big. Alright, so we start off, and what I'm doing first is, well, skipping the cutscene. Then I immediately hold L2, so I'm looking at him. This will make this portion easy. So I'm looking at him, I'm just running straight, and the further straight you run while he shoots his fireball, the better. You'll actually get a faster time that way. Here I have it hit the pillar at 551. If you move left more when you're first running out, he'll hit the pillar around like 6-ish seconds, like 6:30. Rather than like this time. I don't know why. I think it's like a distance thing, so like the further like forward you are, the faster the fireball will come at you to get you to stop. So you're gonna want to run as far forward as you can, and I'm locking on, so like when I go left around this pillar, it's actually way easier because I'm just holding the direction, but it's focusing on the Colossus the entire time. So I just go around, boom. Okay, then what I do, oh, and so I drew my bow because you're gonna need your bow throughout the entirety of this, at the very end of this skip. So I drew my bow first because I didn't want to be fucking around with my sword. Because when there's gonna be a lot of sheathing and unsheathing of the weapon using up on the D-pad if you're using modern controls or classic controls, I think. And so what I do here though is I do a lot of jump canceling. And some roll canceling, and I'm going to be going over those as well, but I have my bow out for this, just to make it easier for myself. So what I do is I run down. Now if you're too close to this edge, he'll actually throw out a fireball here, or he'll throw out 2 fireballs at you while you're here. So you kind of want to make your way in the middle-ish to this section, okay? Then what I do is, because this is an incline, I do a short hop, and then so Wander doesn't get staggered, I immediately hit up on the D-pad, like I spam it, like I'm really going, like I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm tapping the button fairly fast as I'm jumping. I'm basically doing like a claw stance. For those who don't know, claw stance is like you hold the controller and on the left side kind of like a claw, like your pinky is on the bottom, and then your other fingers are floating free, and your index finger is the one that's pushing up on the D-pad. And I do that a lot throughout this run, as I'm doing pretty much a claw stance. Again, it's kind of hard to get a visual, but so again, what I said though was I'm running, I'm jumping, and so Wander doesn't stagger, I immediately sheath my bow, and that lets me keep running at the same speed. And then here again, I do a short hop, the fireball falls down, and then you're going to see Wander kind of stagger here a bit, but then that's when I draw out my bow, so that again, I can just keep running. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to continue running until I get to about here. Now this ridge is the important part. You don't want to run too far to the right, otherwise he'll throw like fireballs at you way too quick and you won't get it. So what I do is I'm running, and then right about here, as soon as I see that fireball hit, is when I stop. It's kind of hard to see here, but I'm rolling along where the ridge was, so that when the fireball hits, the second fireball, so you see this ridge here, I'm rolling along it. You can see Wander right here kind of rolling. I roll so that this fireball hits the ridge and Wander is safe. And then immediately when I roll, I'm sheathing my bow again so that I can keep running. So you can see here the sheathing animation. As the smoke clears, he's sheathing his bow, he keeps running, and then I roll again because another fireball comes down. again, I draw my bow, and then I do a short hop over this ridge. I sheath my bow just because sometimes Wander stumbles. And then this rock right here is very tricky. Sometimes Wander will stumble over it when walking over it or running over it. So that's why right here, well, this time I did a short hop. But if you walk over it, sometimes he'll stumble. And again, I just pull out my bow just in case. And the thing here is you don't want to get to this spot too soon or too late. It's kind of like a timing thing. If you stumble, you're probably going to get there too late. But basically, I wait for that fireball to hit. And then, because I have the timing down, it's like, boom, boom. So I jump here because I know a fireball's coming down. But it's going into the ridge. I know it looks like it's smacked onto the ground here. Oh, whoops, I went to the very end. Whoops, I gotta... Hold on. Let's get back to the action. Alright. So right here is where I jump. It looks like it's hitting the ground, but it's not. And then I immediately, as soon as I land, sheath my bow, run, and then you kind of want to run at this wall at an angle. And if you get here without sheathing your bow, you're gonna have a bad time. Or your sword, whatever you want to do. Just constantly sheathing, unsheathing. But then I run, and then I roll, and I want to get as close to this wall as possible, and then I unsheath my bow so that I can cancel the roll and get up there faster. But the fireball will hit the edge here. Alright. And then that's when I unsheath my bow, get back up here, and run up to the ledge. Cutscene plays. It's about like 10 or so seconds. And then the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Malus is basically a timing thing. So the quicker you get to him, the better. Because as soon as this cutscene starts is when is basically when his objects, like his clothing, actually starts moving in a certain pattern. So if you get there too late, some of the tricks I do are not going to be possible. So you have to do what I do in order to pull off some of the tricks. Otherwise, Wander will actually face plant onto the ground, which I don't have footage of that because this world record vid had like so many salty attempts, and I was just like, I'm so mad. But so with that, let me just show you guys what went on. So here I jump. I don't sheath my bow. I should have. Okay, but then you're just running along, and then you come to this. Try to grab onto the second ledge if you can. Do a charge jump up, and then as soon as I pop up, I'm spamming X to jump immediately, because as Malus is his clothing, like I said, this is like his clothing, is shifting, and so doing short hops along him will actually speed you across faster than usual. So I do a short hop, do another short hop, do another short hop, grab this ledge immediately, pull myself up. Okay, we're good. Do a short hop, grab this ledge. Now, here's the tricky part. If you don't get here fast enough, when you pull yourself onto this ledge, Wander will face plant. Alright? Now, like I said, it is a timing thing. So if you notice like the thing is starting to sway a different way, or it's about to, you're probably going to want to just instead grab this ledge and then jump backwards up to here. It's a safer strat. It'll lose you like 2 seconds. But I mean, if you're trying to go for a world record, like Malus run, you definitely want to climb onto this ledge. It's faster. And then I turn around, immediately jump, do another short hop, do another short hop. Now, I grabbed the wrong ledge here, but I'm going to show you guys like what an actual good run would look like. So I grab the ledge, I'm climbing up, I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm going to make it. Climb up here. Okay, but this is what a good run looks like. So instead of grabbing there, what you want to do is you want to grab in the middle here. Now this is from one of my other older world record vids. I think this is the one where I got 153. But so basically you grab here, and then you're gonna climb up, and then here is where I hold charge jump left, same distance that I'm doing, and then I just let go of everything, and Wander will just run up onto the ledge. You save about 2 seconds there, compared to just grabbing onto the ledge and pulling yourself up. So that's what I wish I did, but that's not how it turned out. But in the end, it still worked out. So now we're back to the action. So we're back here. I'm up on the ledge. I climb up. Just do a short hop, pull yourself up. And then what you can do is, now that your bow is completely out, you can immediately just pull it back. And you're aiming, so it's kind of hard to see. Oh wait, the screen's not big, that's why. Dumbass. Alright, so it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get a better shot. But there's fur along his arm. You'll see this more in when you're actually doing this. But there's fur along his arm. And what you're doing is you're trying your best to aim for that section of fur somewhere around here-ish and shooting it. And then that'll get him to drop his arm. And then I sheath my bow as soon as I climb up to the top, so that the first charge stab is good. And then a lot of people want to grab onto his hand. I don't do that. What I do is I sheath, and then I grab onto his bracelet instead. It's a lot easier than just grabbing onto the hand and getting into position on the bracelet, in my opinion. And so then I'm just like, okay, so I'm here, I'm letting go, and then as soon as he raises his arm, that's when I'm running and jumping up onto this ledge here. And you can just jump and land on the ledge rather than grab onto it. And then I'm just doing short hops, and then I just run up, and then I'm already in the planted position, already pulling out my sword, and then I stab him at 1:29 seconds. And then from there, the rest is history. But that's how to get rid of Malus. He's fairly simple once you get the hang of it. Now the skip to getting to him is going to be a little tricky. You're going to have to get the feel of it. But yeah, so let's go back just a little bit. So at the beginning, like I said, I'm just running. I pull out my bow immediately. I run behind the pillar, so the pillar's good. I jump here, sheath, jump. And that's a short hop, by the way. Don't do a long hop. So these are all short hops that I'm doing. Everything that you're seeing are short hops. Don't do long hops, otherwise you will waste time. So do a short hop, sheath, run around this area, roll, sheath, roll, sheath. And again, when I'm saying, when I roll, it basically sounds like this. It's like in the, that's me spamming the sheath button. Like really spam it. Alright. And then, like I said, short hop, boom, sheath, just run. I'm like, okay, we're making good time. I'm jumping. Trying to get so that the fireball falls into the pit. You gotta find the right angle for that. I typically find like just being kind of close to the ledge and jumping at that point kind of helps. And then you just run, and then I roll, because if you don't roll, he'll throw a fireball right in front of your face. But yeah, that's how you do a completely pitless run on Malus. And then, like I said, the rest is pretty much history. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thanks for putting up with me. And hope this helps you guys out on your Malus runs. I heard a lot of people were complaining about him, but he's actually fairly simple once you get the hang of him. And as always, guys, I want you to stay awesome. AWES9ME. Alright.